Jordan Peele released yet another single-syllable horror film and instantly made it to the best movies of the year list. Nope is about UFOs, horses, aliens, and violent chimpanzees, a mixture only Peele is capable of perfecting. But a lot of viewers were left thinking what Gordy the Chimp had to do with the rest of the storyline. In this video, we'll be talking about what it all meant and what the director had to say. Before we begin, here's a little recap of the movie. In order to unpack the layers of this film, we should discuss the synopsis first. Spoilers ahead. The mind behind Get Out wrote, directed, and co-produced this neo-western sci-fi horror film starring Academy Award-winning Daniel Kaluuya, actress and singer Keke Palmer, and The Walking Dead's Stephen Yeun. The film follows two siblings, OJ and Emerald Haywood, who run a horse ranch in Agua Dulce, California. The two discover something sinister and mysterious roaming the skies, only to find out that it's beyond their wildest imaginations. Meanwhile, a nearby theme park, run by Ricky Park, wants to profit off the flying saucer by controlling it like some circus animal, but ends up being devoured by it. How ironic, huh? Knowing Ricky's past encounter with Gordy, you'd think he'd learned his lesson. More on that later, though. OJ and Emerald also want to profit off the cloud monster in the sky, but in a more ethical way. They want to capture the Oprah shot that would reward them a lot of money. The story dives into an epic quest of survival and getting that perfect shot of Jean Jacket, a cute name given to a terrifying monster. The film doesn't open with either sibling, a horse, or even an alien. Rather, a sitcom gone wild starring Gordy the Chimp. How does this tie in with the rest of the plot, and what did Peele have to say? Let's find out. Now for Gordy the Chimp. There have been a lot of fan theories on what the theme of Nope is, and one of the top guesses have been animal cruelty in the entertainment industry. We'll talk more about the theme and elements in a bit. Hold your horses. In the opening scene, a shooting of a birthday special episode turns into a bloody massacre after the sounds of balloons popping drives Gordy the Chimp into a violent frenzy. Most of the cast falls victims to the hands of the chimp, except for a young child actor named Ricky, who hides under the table and avoids making eye contact with the mammal. In an interview with Empire, Peele says that this scene was about exploitation and the feeling of rage at the industry. An animal was restrained away from its natural habitat, and it was only inevitable for the chimp to revert to its predatory instinct. We fear Gordy, but we don't hate Gordy, says the horror visionary. Also, the scene wasn't completely CGI. The face behind the raging monkey was none other than motion capture maestro Terry Notary, Peele's first choice to cast as the primate. We've seen Notary in previous mocap-based films like Matt Reeves' Planet of the Apes series. The actor also had something to say about the scene. People take advantage of animals, especially in the entertainment industry, so he wanted his bit to feel as natural and authentic as possible, and nothing too dramatic. The Gordy massacre should have been a valuable lesson for the child actor who survived on set, but turns out Jupe wanted to profit off his trauma. Moving on to how the chimp blends with the story. Monkeys and UFOs are two completely different things, right? We even have horses and what seems to be the world's most despised grasshopper in the movie. The correlation between Gordy and the flying saucer rests on the palm of Jupe's corrupt hands. The owner of the theme park failed to learn from his traumatic experience. As a child, Ricky was part of a team that captured and exploited a wild animal for their own good. Now, not only does he charge fans to see the show's memorabilia, but he also attempted to control Jean Jacket. Now, if you're watching this and haven't seen Nope and don't care about spoilers, yes, a guy in the movie actually tries to tame a giant alien UFO by feeding it horses. The former child actor's final act pushed too far when he gathered an audience to showcase a stolen horse getting sucked up by JJ. What happens next? It's kinda obvious, isn't it? Although his previous attempts at baiting Jean Jacket seemed to be successful by feeding it horses, this time ended pretty badly. Ricky and the entire audience are hoovered up into the flying ship in what was one of the most terrifying scenes in the movie. Looks like Icarus here flew too close to the sun, or in this case, too close to the UFO. Next, what was the theme of Nope? Like mentioned before, animal cruelty was apparent throughout the film, starting with Gordy the Chimp using a UFO for profit, and even trying to convince people to not treat a horse on set badly. Ricky thought the aliens in the sky trusted him because of how Gordy spared his life back when he was a child. But as OJ said, you can't tame a predator. The movie, being mainly about animal cruelty, is a little too on the nose, don't you think? It's Jordan Peele. Nothing is that simple when it comes to him. One of the fan theories suggests that it has something to do with how black communities are surveilled by law enforcement, and today, most of the brutality is filmed on their phones, like the so-called Oprah shot. Another theory is that the whole movie describes Emerald's determination to rise to glory and fame, as the cinematographer told OJ's sister that the dream she's chasing, where she'll end up on top of the mountain, is one she'll never wake up from. What's this referring to? The entertainment industry, of course. The mountain is an analogy of Hollywood, and the dream she won't wake up from is because she's sucked up by the spotlight disguised as Jean Jacket. This take of the film is also supported by the TMZ videographer who dies trying to get his shot at fame. Fame being the predator of the movie. Lastly, what's the verdict? Whatever you think Nope is about, most of us will see it as a terrifying movie where a brother and sister want to survive a UFO that's eating everything in the area. Those who try to tame it like an animal get eaten up. As simple as that. Fun fact, this was sort of hinted at in Stephen Ewan's character poster of the film. His huge cowboy hat looks a lot like Jean Jacket, doesn't it? Jordan Peele is redefining the horror genre with his simply titled movies like Get Out and Us. If you're yet to see this sci-fi thriller, good luck. And one important word of advice, don't look up, literally. Now, in other news, first up is Nope getting a sequel. Whenever a hit movie is out, fans instantly put on their detective hats and start analyzing every bit of detail. In one of the trailers, a mysterious character was shown walking past a crowd of people running away from what was probably Jean Jacket. However, the entire scene is not in the final cut, but that character is in the credits of the movie. His name is titled as Nobody in IMDb, played by an actor called Michael Bush. Don't bother Googling that name, you'll only find a basketball player. In an interview with The Times, the director said that the story of the character is yet to be told. Oh, come on, just tell us if we're getting a sequel or not. We can only expect a prequel at this point, because as we've seen in the end of the movie, the flying saucer gets shot down by an inflatable helium balloon. Moving on, what's this horror mastermind been up to? Jordan Peele isn't the only one changing the game when it comes to the genre. Ari Aster resides beside him on the list with his gut-wrenching, messed-up films like Hereditary and Midsommar. His upcoming movie, Disappointment Boulevard, starring Joaquin Phoenix, is a mix of comedy and horror. This is set to release in 2023, but Aster is working on another comedy starring none other than the legend himself, Nicolas Cage. We know very little about the movie, but there's obviously going to be some kind of twist to it. What else do you expect from someone who made Hereditary? Wrapping it up with OJ's projects. While filming Nope, the Black Panther actor was also busy producing a satirical comedy called Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul through his production company 59. Daniel Kaluuya describes this as elevating the mockumentary genre. Sounds pretty interesting, but his work doesn't end there. He'll also be making his screenwriting debut with the upcoming Netflix film called The Kitchen. Again, we don't know what this movie will be about because nothing has been released as of yet. We're looking forward to seeing what the 33-year-old British actor is capable of. And that's all for this video. What did you think of Nope? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button to see more of our content. See you in the next one.